This is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, and it is one of the worst skateboarding games, actually, the worst game released in 2015. Made by a now-defunct company known as Robomodo, the game was an absolute disaster, riddled with bugs and glitches, and the incorporation of an always online connection. The game ruined the Tony Hawk franchise, and was the killing blow for Robomodo. With all of that out of the way, let's see some gameplay footage. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the actual game. The game has very dull graphics, almost synonymous to a HD PlayStation 2 game. This was out of control of Robomodo, because Activision wanted to release the game on all platforms, both at the time next-gen consoles, as well as those oldies the 360 and PS3. The graphics had to be limited so the PS3 and 360 could handle the game. The tracks are very, very boring and lack creativity that the original 4 games had, meaning that there was hardly any fun aspects you can do to pull of insane tricks or whatnot. They were also a complete mess and looked like they were thrown together at the last second to make a quick buck. Speaking of tricks, Pro Skater 5 barely had any tricks at all, and it was really a letdown. In the other 4 predecessors, there were a variety of tricks you can pull off, but in this 5th entry, it barely had a single trick that even made the game enjoyable. The characters are also completely lifeless and don't have the attitude they used to in the original 4 predecessors. And the only thing worth getting are some of the skins which were tied to whatever licenses Activision owned at the time. And weirdly enough, Octodad. The game also, as previously mentioned, had an absolutely disastrous launch. The game needed a whopping 8 GB update to even use most of the game's features, and the game was riddled with bugs and glitches on day 1, and stayed like that for over 2 months until a patch was deployed that fixed the countless bugs and glitches the game had. The game also lacked a story mode entirely and is just stripped down to a free roam mode with boring and really stupid quests that can possibly prevent you from trying out any of the other skate parks available to you. And also, since the game had always online features, the game also had its online functionality shut down at one point, but then came back years after the servers went down, which means, even in 2021, it is still possible to play this absolute train wreck of a failure. If you didn't even know this game existed, well, the reason for that is the game did not receive a lot of promotion which caused the game to do poorly in sales, not counting the numerous bugs and glitches on launch day. All in all, Pro Skater 5 is an absolute disaster and it killed the Pro Skater franchise for good. And it's highly unlikely there will ever be another Pro Skater sequel again. End of rant. Thanks for watching.